You can.
Yeah.
But I think. That's
Yeah,
my,
they have us.
that's my, one of my proposals.
Yeah.
Hey,
Handsome guys.
You guys look pretty good on camera.
I'm telling you, look at that. Yeah,
My definition.
Do you want that view or do you want the view of the three of you?
it's because it takes a long time for it to go from that cable down and around.
What happened last time
What do you mean?
with the Zoom?
It wouldn't work?
I know. Monday night it
We
worked.
don't know. We don't know.
Monday night it was working.
Steve came in and
Carol has done his fix.
this Carol, Steve came in and we could get. We could get picture, but no audio.
Now, the opposite happened Monday night for about, I'd say 15 minutes. I could hear audio, but the screen was
Yeah,
black.
so we-
And then it started working.
We just assumed, one, we knew how fast and how little was gonna happen last night, and we just assumed that
Before you do the pledge, I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to change the cameras if you want them.
people wouldn't be happy if they couldn't hear,
Yeah.
you know, so we just said, let's just not have
Okay,
zero.
real quick, it's got the camera of the audience. How do I change it to the camera?
I know, he emailed.
Change the
me.
camera view.
He knew it.
Instead of the three trustees.
Zoom's not working.
Oh, okay.
Run down,
Yeah,
so that's why I came in a little bit later.
Okay,
yeah, 7 o'clock.
You-
David.
Ah, there it is.
okay, I got it. All right,
Good.
appreciate it. Thanks, sir. Bye.
All right, we're ready. Call meeting to order. Please join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic, which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. If you haven't signed in, please sign in back at the table there by the doors you came in. All right, 7:15, we have a zoning hearing to attend to. We've got on our docket here, Strategic Planning Committee report. Is there anything to report? No, not really.
Holly, can we defer till later? Cause
Sure.
Holly, she was gonna be here.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. The October 2023 financials, the September bank reconcile was forwarded to trustees. Appropriation status was up to date to report, as well as the ledger report is up to date. We have, excuse me, minutes to approve for September 20th, the 23 regular meeting, and September 27th reconvene of that meeting. Any additions or corrections?
I have none. Have none.
Have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the warrants and vouchers has been presented by the physical officer. Starting with warrant 13,154, ending with 13,165. Voucher 128-2023 through 130-2023 for a total of $6,516. Have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We've got our hearing here. We'll get back to that, 7:15. Later in the meeting, we want to discuss about the maintenance, hiring. Or if you want to do that in executive. Executive.
Yeah, I think that's exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Cemetery, you got something, Jerry, about lights?
Just had a request for some pole lights. That's the solar lights that go on the pole flag to keep the flag lit every night, which makes a lot of sense to me. Several reasons. I'd like to have the board entertain that thought. Will require having flags down there all the time. It's saved having to, wait till special occasions. I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, one thing I might suggest, there's a new type of a light that actually will sit on top of the pole.
I saw
The
that.
down light on the flag, which gives it better lighting.
Solar,
Yeah, they're solar.
Yeah, solar. Mhm.
So
okay,
you might want to look into those too. I mean,
The cost is relative costs are like what, 150?
yeah, something like that.
Not too bad.
No. I think
Okay.
it's an excellent idea. I would like to see the flag flown basically
Yeah.
24/7.
I would say,
The only thing we'll have to do is make sure that we maintain a good flag.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's gonna be the thing.
right.
So I'd ask them for a motion if the board would entertain that.
You wanna up to cost or,
To $500.
okay,
Now, how are our flag? They're pretty good shape,
They're decent.
are
Yeah, I'd say they last a little while, but they're
Okay.
not gonna, I mean, they're not gonna 24/7, they're gonna go pretty quick.
they? Yeah, well, we're going into winter too, so maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a bad idea to go ahead and get a couple new flags.
yeah, if you're, might as well,
800, up to 800.
all right,
So moved.
second,
Second, I'm sorry.
okay, all those in favor, aye?
Aye. It's an excellent idea, Jared. Thank you.
It's not my idea, actually. A couple ladies in church.
Oh, okay. That way there, I don't have to walk in that dark
That's-
cemetery.
Okay, we've got for discussion, the cleaning for the Grange.
Yeah, it's
DNR cleaning, I believe,
correct. It's due to be cleaned again.
okay, motion to approve that,
So moved.
Second.
all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Administrative office,
Dave, the other thing I'd like.
oh, yeah, I'm sorry,
I'd like to know, I'd like to have Kendra start looking into getting some bids to repaint the Grange interior
okay,
and also finish off the hallway and the bathrooms painting. It's been 7 years probably since that was painted. And it's starting to show a little bit.
okay,
I was gonna ask Kendra if she could get some bids and
Okay.
have those at the next couple meetings, hopefully.
okay, sounds good. Now, approval of Burning Flowers, benefit plan renewal, you had a chance to read it for 2024. There's gonna be an annual renewal of 6.7% increase in our premium. From $11,071.94 to $11,814.20. It covers 11 employees. And this is gonna plan as a Super Med Plus PPO is $6,550 / 13,100 with a 500,000 out of pocket deductible. But it's gonna come with a preloaded credit card. It's gonna be a kind of a change, kind of an upgrade way to handle that. And that's resolution 23-1018T 005.
Make a motion, we approve that,
Yeah. I saw nothing out of the ordinary with
no,
that.
actually, that's a
Okay.
good, that's a good rate.
Not a bad rate for,
Okay. All those in favor, aye?
I.
Motion carried. How we doing on time? Yeah, we're good.
Eight-
Uh,
8 minutes.
she's asking for approval for the office, Premier Office Movers. A contract to move the items from regional planning. Which are lateral file cabinets, fireproof and various other items. The quote is $1,760. That would be moved and placed in where they need to be here.
I'll make the motion.
I think she indicated to me that equipment retails at about 6,500.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
I was thinking it was almost 1,300.
I was thinking
Was it higher?
13,000.
Was it
I
higher?
was thinking it was
Okay.
13,000,
I might have
that
missed
total
that, but it's
worth of equipment that we're getting for
So there's
free.
two of them, it was probably one, and then you have. the
okay,
other.
maybe that's what I got off.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that's a lot of value there that we're getting for $0 except for the move.
We don't have any of our employees taking a chance on
Right.
injury, no.
injury, so
Yeah.
I think it's an excellent, I
So,
make the motion.
okay,
Second.
second. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carried.
You need to name somebody to sign. Says there.
I think we have it right here, Mike. Just remind me to get it signed here at the end. Approval to replace conference room tables. She's got a quote. They're $178.19 each for a total of $1,519.51, which includes shipping. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, aye? Aye. Okay. The AV system is now complete. Out of the $7,000 budget, our final cost was $3,902.02, saving the township $3,197.98. Came in under that. Mike, you want to talk about the fire real quick?
Sure, I can do that. Thank you. Chief's worked on a couple things as far as our capital budget. It's getting us ready for next year and things along those lines. We'll be bringing more of that to you next month, and some things that I requested for executive session later on. Currently, our total runs for the year is 495. 311 of those have been EMS, which is 63% of the runs, and 184 have been fire runs, which is 37% of the runs. And that's really all I got until executive, unless you have any of you have any questions?
Any questions?
Don't think so.
All right, thank you. Got it on here roads. Bart and I are in the process of coming up with a list of roads to submit for estimates for the 2024 work year. He's also on Evans Road down at the west end where the road has the 90 in it. There was a metal culvert squash pipe and it's rotted out underneath, needs replacing. As I think he told you in the email, I don't know if you guys got copied on that, twin 15-inch plastic would be a good choice, but there's not enough cover. So he's gonna do 3 12s. Is about the best we can do and get cover that those pipes will hold up. But it's right there in the curve. So he'll probably be getting that done. Want to make a motion to approve that?
No move.
So it's second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Dave, if I can do one thing, I'd just go back real fast, something on the
Sure.
fire. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, but there was something posted on Nextdoor that I think needs to be made aware to everybody. And it was about our fire department. It came from Stephanie Coates, Farm Acres. Says, I want to thank the 911 organization and Harlem Township medics responders for saving my husband's life. 6 minutes to the house, 2 ambulances, 6 medics, 15 minutes to Riverside Hospital. God is good, and so are the dedicated first responders. Never forget these wonderful people. I think something like that needs to be recognized, that our department has the support of our community, and they're doing great things. So Mike, I wanted to officially announce in this meeting that I appreciate seeing stuff like this, sir. And if you would please pass that on to the guys.
I will pass it along. Thank you very much. We had that passed along to us from a battalion chief in New Albany,
Awesome.
and then we reposted it on our Facebook page. So thank you.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Dave.
We got one last thing on the maintenance. The track, we had sealed it earlier this year. And Hendren did a great job. Well, the dry weather and so forth has caused some cracking in the pavement. And Bart's looked at it, and kind of the decision is just let it go till spring. We're not gonna be able to get anybody in there. Hendren's not gonna be able to come back at this time. They're try to get all they can get done before weather goes bad on them. So we'll revisit that in the spring. Yeah, take a little break here.
Would it be beneficial for us over there, Dave, to put any kind of, even if Bart and Odie could do it, some crack sealer or something, just so it doesn't get water expansion over the winter?
I don't know if he's got any material on hand. He's got the unit, but he might be able to get something to And usually when they do that, they have what they call rotting. It's like foam they put down in and then put the crack seal over.
Okay.
So
I was just thinking, because if he gets water and freezes,
I
it's
know.
gonna be worse in the spring. Just a thought.
Yeah, I understand. At this time, we'll recess our business portion of the meeting and take up the hearing that's been requested by CJT Development, P O Box 2939, Westerville, Ohio. This is a rezoning from AR1 to industrial for storage and business office. The total acreage is 5.71700 acres to be rezoned. It's located on Fancher Road, parcel number 316-340-02-019-000. The zoning commission made their decision on September 11th, I believe it was. And the regional planning recommended denial of the application because they thought it should be a planned unit. That kind of is in our overlay area that we had created earlier this year. The zoning commission had some discussion. A couple residents there was concerned about it. And they end up voting not to recommend it to the trustee board. So is there anybody here that has any comments on this?
What was the issue?
Being a straight industrial
Doesn't fit.
in that area.
Okay. It says what, warehousing and
It
storage?
was, from what I understand, it was for storage of excavation equipment, I believe. Is that correct, Mike?
That is correct. Excavation equipment. He just want to put all his equipment inside. He currently has his over on Maxtown Road in Westerville. He was trying to come out here because he needed more space.
Mhm.
No residents there either, correct?
No residents.
Joni?
Because it would be a straight rezoning, even though he's just putting it in as a storage facility, it could become anything
Correct.
under industrial.
Right.
We felt that was inappropriate.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Any other comments?
Have nothing else.
Pleasure of the board.
I'd make a motion that we could deny.
Okay.
I'll second that based on what I heard.
We have a roll call vote. Richardson,
Aye.
Paul,
All right.
Jackson, aye. Zoning is turned down. We'll do the housekeeping here a little bit later. Okay, Mike, you want to go ahead?
Sure.
Zoning?
Yeah, just real quickly, right now we're sitting at 77 permits for the year. It's tied with last year. On open enforcement issues, we have our Harlem Road issue that we've had for a while. There's the next three are still there at the prosecutor. He's dealing with it now. That would be the Harlem Road, the past Harlem Road one, the past 605. Coban Drive that was cleaning up has really stopped showing any progress. So I sent a letter out to him. He's contacting me. I'm gonna meet him out there again next Friday. And we're gonna go over the issues again. Corey felt like I needed to go out since he invited me out to discuss it, because he's disputing that it's a problem. So I'll go out there and meet with him and get that going. I've got the new issue on Center Village Road with the boardwalk business that we had a concern brought up on. I went out and met with them. And the lawyer and the resident out there. And right now they're formulating their next steps. I gave them their options that they have. They're gonna get back with me on what they're gonna do. They got till the middle of next week.
Okay.
The dump truck issue on Center Village Road. We're still working on that. I've got to get in there and get some more pictures. Corey doesn't want me on the property. I was talking to him about maybe getting some kind of a warrant to go in there and look, but I can't do that. So I'll figure out a different way to get some pictures on that. Because with the cornfields and everything surrounding it, the residents really can't see if there's any dump trucks. And it's really well hidden back in. You can't see much from the road. Still go by there and see cars every once in a while, but we don't know if they're still operating out there. Patch Road, touched base with that resident, the neighbor to that resident. It's still in probate. We can't do anything. We do have the sheriff's office and the health department are both involved. They're trying to help the neighbors with that issue. We've got a new one on Miller Paul Road. That it's a problem with a setback issue that the neighboring property contacted me, and I went out there and talked with that resident, and then went and talked with the neighbor, and they're going to try to settle that between the two of them. But I did send a letter out today, since I hadn't heard from him in about a week and a half, and let him know that they need to settle it and get back with me. If not, he's going to have to tear down his. He was closing in an old porch that was there, and it's only like 5 feet from his property line, so that can't be. So I let him know he's got one of 3 options. He can come try for a variance through the BZA, he can tear it down, or he can buy the property from his neighbor, which he said he was discussing with him. So I'll give him a chance to try to settle out before I get involved. Ivy Ridge, they need to come into our BZA. I see they've got the holders for their sign down there, which they said replace the old ones. So they do intend to come into our BZA and request some new signage. I'm gonna give them probably 14 days to get with me on what they're gonna do, and then I'll go out there and get involved with that, and they need to do something with it. Got another new property on Gorsuch Road that there were some complaints that there's a lot of cars sitting out there, a lot of yard art. It's probably, I'm assuming it is a business where they're doing cars. It's not so much that he's got the car sitting there for longer than 14 days, because they seem to come in and out, but it's a business.
That the guy's got the lift outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I sent him a letter today telling him he's got to contact me, and we got to figure out either he's got to come in for a permit, an extended occupation or something. We'll
Right.
Figure it out, but he can't just operate down there. We also have, distillery, haven't heard anything on, ice skating rink. I don't think I've heard anything on it for months. And then do have the expanded home occupation on 605, and he's come into my BZA. I've stopped by there numerous times. I'm just gonna go ahead and send him a letter and have him call me, but that is all on that right now. There is a trend with, I'm getting, it probably doesn't, a day doesn't go by that I don't have a request from either a realtor to call or talk with one of our residents about splitting their properties down. So I think there's a lot of.
Yeah, I just sent somebody to you tonight.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about every day. Yeah, we're gonna get probably a lot of
Okay.
requests for splits. And that is it.
All
Well,
right.
I do have another thing. I do need to request an executive session to discuss some employment issue that I have.
Okay, very good.
Just one quick question,
Yeah.
Mike, on the 605 property. Prosecutor filing a complaint, which I saw. Any time frame on that, as to when?
Actually, he filed that last
Last
week,
week, I think.
and
Yeah.
we're not gonna see anything. And the worst part about that is it's gonna go through all this, depending on how quickly it goes through, because that their court cases, they're gonna hear the more serious ones before they hear ours.
Sure.
So of course, it could take up to a year before they get to it. When they do, it's gonna come back to us anyway.
Yeah,
It's only been 5 years now, I think, right?
but longer than that.
Not to mention, it doesn't change any, right now, the condition of it, if nothing gets cleaned up and we do have to go out there and deal with it, it's gonna be costly.
Mhm,
Potential. Which stinks.
Thank you.
mhm. Okay, Holly, you have some kind of report tonight?
I was just gonna mention that the strategic planning committee continues to do work. At the last meeting last night, they looked at looking at additional overlays just to continue to do work on the areas that we haven't addressed yet. So that's just preliminary work at this point in time. So that's where we are right now.
Okay, great. All right, let's see, where are we at now? Lauren, do you have anything tonight?
Have some drive-through flu clinics on Friday and Monday, so go to flu shot yet. And then just another reminder that will be on the ballot in November for renewal of our.
Okay. Anybody else have anything for the board tonight? Yeah, Johnny?
There is going to be a trucker treat, a fall festival at the park on Saturday, the 28th. 4 p.m.
Okay,
There'll be bounce houses and things for our kids to do besides just first together going around and getting treats.
What's the time on that? 4 to 6.
okay, it looks like. I believe the electric work got done over there. I think I seen an invoice come through today.
Yes,
I think they're all good.
I don't know if Lisa was copied on that. Do you know?
I sent it to her.
Did you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she did not get
I
copied. It
didn't
was
think so.
three of us plus Kendra.
Yeah.
So. Okay, do we down to just executive?
I believe so.
All right. Anything else regular business before we go to executive? Okay, let's see. We got both mics wanting executive here. Or is that a mistake? Did you want executive?
Chief can go first.
Okay,
Yeah, do we make a motion, we go into executive session? Invitation of Mike and Mr. Steelsmith.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You take us off air. Thank you.
thanks, Holly.
Let's see, gentlemen.
Awesome.